Cadenza healing up with susunod. Healing with the lifesteal, the spellbomb. Eto Max mababurst down dito ni Hayes. Nabitin ang mga Wisps. And it's gonna be a turnaround. Ryzen takes down the Matilda. 2 for none so far. And Omega Esports, time to recover. Harap sila ng take sa mapa, mid and bottom.
My goodness, napakaganda na ng pwesto ng NXP EVOS. With the pwesto nila, they also utilize si Cadenza for extra vision at natalo na agad si Ryzen. Unfortunately, hindi enough yung burst nila. Nabuhay pa nga doon. Yung Ling was very low at that point. Kaso yun nga, na-ultian sila ng Kagura. Ito Max with the yin yang overturn, punishing both Oreshi as well as Cadenza. Kaya naman nabuhay din si Ryzen kasi nakapag-killing spree pa siya. At to top it all off, ito Max, proving na pwede ang flicker sa isang Kagura. Ginamit yun para makalayo. A very defensive usage of the battle spell, but it paid off in the end. Ang pinaka-icing pa dyan sa kick ng Omega Esports ay hindi nila naibigay yung Lord. Ooh, nice flicker.
Yep. Kanina pa ganito maglaro si Outplay. Very risky, but it's worth it. Makakaisa sila kay Cadenza. At boy pa nga, yung kupa niya. This is going to be a slow roll for Omega Esports na makakuha ng dominant positioning. So far, Omega Esports, naghahanap sila ng actual ng spike ulit. Ba't ganun, Wolf? Normal ba yun? Is that a pattern? Kasi kahapon ganito yung mga draft nila eh. Na parang may mid-game or late-game spike.
I guess so. Once makita natin, okay, baka one-off lang. Twice, they intended it. But after seeing it 3 times, tapos same na single diskarte and it gets better each time, maybe you can say, yeah, this is definitely a pattern. Baka bumabalik ang Omega Esports sa roots nila kung saan they're the kings of the late game, right? And now, against NXP EVOS, even better to prove their point na, okay, hindi one-off yung nangyari, hindi chamba yung mga comebacks kahapon. This is actually part of the identity already of Omega Esports.
Omega Esports, again, they change every time. From the old ways of execution until now na may bago silang jungler at kahit si Outplay style, tingnan natin kung paano mag-a-adjust ang next play EVOS. Oreshi tries to catch one. That's the Sanguine Claws. Na delikado rin naman. Walang purify kasi sa Omega Esports, no? So they only have that cleanse on. Eto, Max Falling Star mo dito ni Renzo. Sasalay niya sa mukha. Ang I'm offended. Pati ang dying fury. But enough of a distraction para makasecure ng Lord doon. Down goes Cadenza. Members of Blades used to disengage. Omega Esports, libreng patay, libreng Lord. They're feeling great in this 11-minute 30-second game.
Oh, wow. Renzo, super commendable na pag zone out. So, members ng NXP EVOS, talaga pag 1v1 sa 5, it's still coming out alive. Ginamit yung wall na yon doon sa may rock or sa area ng rock or sa flickering so that he will not be reached by the members of NXP EVOS. Ang naging epekto nun nakapag-free lord ng Omega.
Yep. Tingnan natin kung magulit na ba yun. Circling Eagle and all the skills of all 4 members na nandito sa may bottom lane. Sobrang naman yata. Masyado na malakas. Si Renzi o masasurvive niya pa yun. Next play was nakabawi. Free kill. Pero back to damage control sila. Back to managing the waves kasi may Lord sa taas.
Yeah. At this point, hindi na ganun kahirap makapag-defensa. Lalong na wala si Regio. So no split push or no straight up hard push for Omega Esports gonna happen after the first Lord. Unless si Outplayed tinangke ang Torre gamit si Kupa at nakakuha pa ng Torre dun sa may bottom lane.
Weapon Master Popolin Kupa. So good. Sobrang saya ako, Wolf. Sabihin ko na sobrang saya ako na talagang marksman na nga si Popolin Kupa. Dati tank, pero ngayon, minsan ko nga post-core pero ngayon sobrang saya ako nasa gold lane siya. Flicker in by Cadenza, cancels the engagement with the guiding wind. Ryzen, nanakaw niya ba? Oh! He does!
Wow!
Hindi lang pala si H2 ang may lahi, pero wait lang, I'm offended by Oreshi here. If you know, you know. That's gonna be the disengage right there.
Alam mo yung maganda dito, nabigyan pa nila ng free purple buff dito sa Etomax. So that means yung mage ng Omega Esports ay magkaroon additional na control of his own mana pool. And interestingly, si H, hindi naman niya sobrang kailangan ng purple buff, but Omega Esports will be really happy with that and Chakto evading that.
Yep. So far, lumalaki na yung gold gap, Omega Esports. Ito na, nakita na natin na nakakuha sila ng grip, nakakuha sila ng magandang posisyon. And this is their mid-game spike. Again, looking at their lineup, medyo expensive yung heroes nila. You have the Ling, you have the Esmeralda, then you have the Popolin Kupa. Pero nagawa nila paraan. Ahead by 3 turrets, ahead by a Lord, and now an engagement here in mid. It's Etomax and Ryzen. Hindi na mabubuhay si Kapitan Kaibig, but here comes Rentio to the rescue. Pinipigilan lang ang malupit na push na next play EVOS. All 5 men here. First down, si H2. Nag-aarap ng bawi dito ang next play EVOS, pero masyadong maraming units, masyadong maraming nangyayari dito sa mid at hindi pa ready yung stacks ni Donut. Luminous Lord up already, 14 minutes. Oh! Another pull-in and a takedown! Jack Mamba! Nahirapan na bigla, hindi mo pala tapos ang next play EVOS.
Ang malupit doon nakuhaan na patayan na matay yung kanilang jungler with a very nice pick-off mula sa Omega Esports sa back lines. At nakita natin si update doon. Dapat ang advantage na sa Omega na dahil wala silang entry in this third fight, but I think they have equalized. But Omega Esports papabilisin.
Oh, habang round 2 si Renzo, ginagawa na naman niya muli. Mr. Cadwell, wow. I'll see you now. Nakipag 1v1 sa tatlo lang naman, Wolf. Tatlo lang naman siya this time. Pero Luminous Lord ang nabigay sa Omega Esports noon.
So, ang ganda nung ginawa ng Omega Esports sa pick-off doon kay H2. It took long enough para mapaback na konti yung NXP EVOS. Eventually, mapapatay na si Chakno. But, ang ginawa nila is ginawa na agad nila yung Lord before the H2 response. However,
the burst is real still from the lineup that next EVOS is fielding. Basta makaagad ka, basta mahuli ka na ejector. Pagbilang ka na, Chakno taken down here and underneath the turret. Might have been engagement that's good for Omega Esports. Dahil kahit sila, hindi nila alam kung kaya nila tong 5-man lineup ng next EVOS. Wolf, ginagawa niya na naman, tinatangin niya naman, pero kulang pa. Delikado, mawawala yung kupa dito. Outplayed, they have to take their time. Antayin natin, Jack Mamba.
Nakakatakot na talaga yung depensa ng NXP EVOS. They have Sicilian, alam naman natin, sobrang bilis mag-clear ng lanes niya. At even heroes na tumatambay around the lanes, kailangan mag-ingat kasi pag tinaman sila ng Sanguine Claws at the combo ng Sicilian, can easily be taken out. So they have to still be mindful of that. That's the reason kung ba't hindi pa rin makapush ang Omega Esports despite them getting the Lord. Kasi nga naman, maganda ang depensa, ang wave clear ng NXP EVOS. At this point, pwede rin mag-commit si H2 ng kanyang ultimate just to manage the lanes.
Oh! There's a pull onto the Mamba. Pero si Chakno lang yun. Look at this, Ryzen. Kumakat in! Oh! Hindi niya nalagpas si Kapitan. Siya pa nga muntikan na. Pero kung mangyayari na ngayon, that's 2 free kills. Next play, boss. Pero nakapag-push ang Omega. Was that worth it?
Definitely not! Omega Esports, Etomax really went in for the play doon kay H2. Kaso napani siya, napatay pa siya. At nadamay pa itong ating Ling. So the thing is, ang isang Olus, even when fighter siya, di ba? Pero tricky siya na jungler kasi late game talaga siya. Kapag nakuha na niya yung kanyang maximum ultimate around level 14, level 15, ang layo na kasi nung range ng attack niya. So technically, mid-range na siya at sobrang lakas na rin damage as you are seeing top lane. So, nag-scale na nga talaga itong ating Olus and Etomax as well as Ryzen. Playing it so well in the first 15 minutes of the game. So medyo napasama sila doon against H2.
Oh, ngayon mo si Ryzen ang nanakawan ng purple buff. At alam mo natin, ang Ling kailangan niya talaga ng purple buff. So mukhang next EVOS nagbabadya na sila. Tapos na masemong araw Ryzen. He has to learn quickly from that mistake that pushed him down into the bottom lane. Na, again, now thinking about it in hindsight, ang sakit nga nun. Luging-lugi ka dun kahit na nakapush kayo off-cam. Lord up already again. So 18-minute Lord na ito, Wolf. 18 minutes Lord. Exactly. It's a milestone Lord. So ito yung sinasabi mong almost game ending pag may nakakuha.
Yeah. Exactly. At binigay nila yung purple buff kay Donut. That's the right thing to do at this point. Hindi kailangan ng H2 ng purple buff na yan. parehas. Yung stolen purple buff at yung own purple buff ng NXP, bibigyan lang kay Donut just to make sure. Especially because it's the Lord fight, but still play.
This is a concealed play coming in. There's the Turtling Eagle. Hindi siya makakonfirm ng kill. Instead, mapapawian dito si Cadenza. Papa, hindi immortality rin. Ginawa naman ang 1v4 special. And there you go. Finally, the Jawhead goes. Magandang posisyon dito ng Omega Esports. Simulan nila ang dami ng damage. Sustained damage, DPS. Tingnan natin makakaposisyon. Oreshi, meron siya isang malupit na I'm offended. Donut humahanap dito with the old tackle din siya ni Etomas at ni Ryzen. Tuloy pa rin ang laban para dito sa Lord. 1/3 of its health left. And si Renzo, Mr. Kadwa, sinasawsawan pa rin ang tatlo. Ang Dying Fury, top na yung Esmeralda. And so far, Ace, bataan on Freshi, mabawa ng buhay. H2, 1 HP na lang. Ako ng Falling Star Moon. Renzo gets another. And it's the wipeout. Extra EVOS. Madenda nakapag-respawn pa. Pero kayo ba dito sa apat na ito? Nandiyan pa si Outplayed na naka-Weapon Master. And an enhanced wave coming down alongside Luminous World. Wolf, malapit na. 19 minutes, 30 seconds. Cadenza na lang natitira. Tempest of Blaze was a space out. Yung natitirang defender. Ladies and gentlemen, Omega Esports takes game number 1.
Okay, this is really all the fact na naka-recover doon si Etomax. Mula doon sa sinasabi nating over-aggressiveness nila doon sa may bottom lane, nakabawi with, in fact, bawing-bawi yung proper term dito as he positioned himself well to really get the kill on the Sicilian. Umikot doon si Sicilian for the play. And it all started with the conceal play, right? Coming out from NXP. In a way, maganda naman yung idea talaga ng NXP EVOS. Try to go in for the Lord fight. Kaso, nabigyan pa si Cadenza. Siya yung unang namatay. Nagkaroon ng ring around the Rosie, around the Lord area. But Etomax finds that bush. Yung Kramer bush ang kanyang tinambayan. At nung si Sicilian ay nagtry ng Sanguine Claws para panggulat doon sa Lord area, napunish siya ng isang big burst kay Etomax. Afterwards, nakuha pa ng tatlong 3-man yin-yang overturn si Etomax nung nag-cooldown yung kanyang ulti. Talk about recovery from this guy. My personal MVP of this game.
Besides recovery, I think it's also a matter of learning. Parang, yun nga ang bilis na natuto dun sa isang asim moment nila na nagbago agad yung dynamic. Na yung next play EVOS, iniisip nila yata na game, ulitin lang natin yung kanina kasi ang ganda nung punish natin. Pero yun nga yung Sanguine Claws pa lang hindi na nila nagawa ulit. Kahit si Oreshi binabantayan saan kaya siya hihila? Sino hihilahin niya? Pero hindi pumayag yung Omega, hindi nila hinayaan na mangyari ulit yon. And just under 20 minutes, nakapanalo ulit ang Omega. And dare I say, baka medyo consider natin comeback victory ulit to.
In a way, yes. You can feel na nakakabawi na itong NXP EVOS. But you can say that napakaganda ng recovery agad. But Ryzen, apart from that one overextension dun sa may bottom lane, played this so well. Maganda yung kanyang, parang second man in. But there will be an initiation mula sa Omega Esports, pero parang may may killer instinct na nakikita natin mula kay Ryzen. Siya yung pangalawa dun sa laban na dumadating whenever there's an initiation from some members of Omega Esports at nakakuha pa siya ng kills afterwards.
Yep. And also, what I love about Ryzen is sobrang willing niyang magsakripisyo. Sobrang willing niyang parang, teka lang, may ginagawa ako. Wait lang, mas kailangan ako doon. And yun nga, siguro yung willingness to sacrifice ay minsan masyadong mapagbigay. Ito si kuya mo, Ryzen. And yun nga, it leads to some very, very tricky situations. Pero ito si Mr. Sumagi ay in the end, nasa tamang lugar, sa tamang oras. And that's what led to Smart Omega winning. But this whole time, siguro nga kaya hindi siya masyadong comeback victory is because medyo malapit. Close shot, any given point, parang may punish naman parate on either side.
Yeah. And you can see that Reggie also played yung zone out nga using this Esmeralda and coming out alive in both Lord fights na nag-favor sa Omega Esports. Kung saan ay na zone out nga talaga niya mga members ng NXP. So, we can see that the defense coming out from NXP was pataas din naman talaga. And ito yung sinasabi natin na mga laban na pumabor dito sa side ng Omega. Look at that. Those are the moments na mapapa-sheesh ka talaga. O sheesh ka talaga kung ikaw ay fan ng Omega Esports. And that very nice positioning coming out from Etomax. Dagdag mo pa yung idea na tama yung target sa napuntahan niya. And he definitely read into the plans na makikita natin mula sa NXP EVOS. That's why they were able to close that one out. Still, na makikita pa rin natin ang pagiging veteran nitong Etomax captain for the side of Omega Esports.
Again, that's Wolf's personal MVP for this series, Patrick James Kaidik, Kapitan Tito Max. We'll see how these two teams perform again. Game number 2 coming up. It's match point. Smart Omega sitting at a 1 is best of 3. Lower bracket elimination match point, ladies and gentlemen. Paano kaya babawi ang next play EVOS? It all comes down to this. Magkaka-game 3 ba? We'll find out when we come back. At your service, kami po pala ang Animals. And you're watching the Sibol 2022 National Team Selection Tournament for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Kami magbabalik.
Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the GigaLife app and register sa Gigamania. Ready na ba kayo sa grand raffle prizes ng Gigamania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the GigaLife app and register sa Gigamania. Ready na ba kayo sa grand raffle prizes ng Gigamania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the GigaLife app and register sa Gigamania. Ready na ba kayo sa grand raffle prizes ng Gigamania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the GigaLife app and register sa Gigamania. Ready na ba kayo sa grand raffle prizes ng Gigamania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nagbabalik ang Sibol 2022 National Team Selection Tournament for MLBB. Tingin likod, ako nga po pala si Leo. Kasama natin dito si Wolf, and we'll be bringing game number 2 between Omega Esports and next play EVOS. Kailangan mag-step up ng next play. This is their last chance. It's do or die right here. They need to clutch a game number 3. Anong kailangan isipin dito? Wolf, ni na Coach Zico at the Dogs, how can the team recover?
Well, they definitely have all the chances naman to recover. I think hindi naman din ganun ka-stump itong game na to. Although, makita natin na parang malaki yung naging lead na nakuha ng Omega Esports. It all boiled down to just one play. Naka-recover naman sila. It's just that they had to fix the positioning. Kasi nung mga first few stages of the game, nakita ko magaling sila maghanap ng vision. But in the last moment, kung saan meron ng Lord fight, parang doon sila biglang nawala ng way para makita vision. Eto Max was able to inch closer to get closer to the members of NXP EVOS as nakapagtago pa siya dun sa Kramer's push. All because there's no straight up vision. Patay din kasi si Cadenza noong time na yun. So, wala kayong position 5 or roamer na pwedeng mag-check ng mga bushes na yun. So, I guess, to answer your question, more like mas polish lang na execution sa mismong game and understanding the fundamentals, like getting the vision first before trying to engage.
Well, going into game number 2 here, if I'm not mistaken, sila ay maging red side if they so choose, and that will allow them to open up a little bit more options. It will allow them to, maybe even in the draft, no, mapolish pa rin yun yung approach nila dahil mas maganda ang pagsalo nila sa second half and they can close up those gaps. Game number 1, mapapansin natin, and they made us gasp, you and me, and even the audience, I'm sure guys, kung ano nun sa bahay, nagtaring kayo dun sa drafting pattern kasi ang aga ng Aulus. Tapos ang flex masyado nung Matilda and nung Ruby na yes, maganda yon, meron kang versatility, meron ka parang mystery picks or kung saan nila ilalagay. But maybe as they go into the red side here, linawin din nila. Like, it might be also a good step towards the right direction. Kapag sinabi lang, ito na talaga yon, guys, ayusin natin towards the later. But we'll see. Let's talk about Smart Omega. This time around, gumagana, Wolf. Gumagana yung nakita natin, kala nating one-off lang na mid-game spike playstyle nila dito, pero with outplayed in their lineup, very little change. Mukhang back to their roots nga ang Omega. Should they continue on this route?
100%. Mukhang ito yung comfort playstyle ng combo ng kanilang Ryzen plus outplayed jungler golding dynamic. Kasi usually yung titignan mo kung ano ang gusto mong, kung anong magiging identity ng iyong team when it comes to the overall macro scale, titignan mo kung ano yung playstyle ng jungler at ng gold laner mo. That's why we can see na mukhang in-sync sila kasi parang nagbibigayan sila, nag-alleviate sila ng pressure sa isa't isa. And then, for example, in this game, makikita natin na Popolin Kupa plus Rafaela, siya yung naglalaro ng early stages, siya yung nagbigay ng space para makapag-farm siling, tapos siling nakapag-farm eventually, then gets the kill, the finishing kills in the end. Siguro kahapon, baliktad naman, si Ryzen yung nagbibigay ng space para dun sa kanilang gold laner na si Outplayed, so that Outplayed can bring the goods in the latter portions of the game. So it was an interesting dynamic. To answer your question, yes, they should keep on doing this kasi mukhang maganda yung sync, yung chemistry ng dalawa nilang horse.
Yeah, and pasok na pasok ang play style ni Outplayed, no? So kahit na sabihin natin catch style, Mamba yan, Mangilog doing his old things with a Kufra or a Show, pasok na pasok kay Outplayed. Pero this time around, kahit babysit style, kahit na yung parang Rafaela style at kahapon yung Estes, Chaknu, pasok na pasok. So again, it's working out for Smart Omega here. They're doing well. But for next play, we'll see how their newer players, again, they're fielding so many new blood, so many young and fresh faces here in Sibol that siguro yun din, inaayos din nila yun. They're figuring that out as we go. But we'll see. As we go into the Smart Picks and Bans game number 2, tingnan natin kung paano nila sisimulan ito. Let's play on the red. As it is confirmed, they get the 2 picks on the swing back. Smart Omega ang magsisimula. Wolf, makita ba natin ang trademark? Valentina ban in red.
For sure. We don't want to give it to anyone at this point. Ano ang sa akin kasi, hindi dahil nakakanakaw siya ng ultimate kaya siya malakas. Ang tingin kong reason kung bakit ang OP ni Valentina is, fundamentally speaking, nasa kanya yung complete na mid lane na hinarap mo sa mid lane. Meron siyang poke, meron siyang sobrang taas na damage, meron siyang dash. To top it all off, meron siyang bonus XP, which sometimes, what happens sometimes in the mid lane is pag napoke ng kunwari Eve versus Valentina, tamaan ka lang ng maybe 3 times ng mga spells, magle-level 4 ka kagad before the Eve. At pag dinako mo yun, meron kang real-world manipulation, tas level 3 lang yung Eve. Wala siyang magagawa in the mid lane before the 2-minute mark. It's crazy to see those kinds of dynamics, and that is applicable to any mid lane matchup. Kaya pati Episto, that's the sole reason for me kung bakit siya naging OP bigla.
Yeah, it's not even the kit specifically, pero yung dynamics niya in mid, na makalamang ka. Yes. I think I agree with you. It's so strong. Kaya naman talagang you have to think about it. You have to ban it out as soon as possible. Kagura and Esmeralda ang ibaban dito ng Smart Omega. And Kagura has really picked up stock. Dati parang ginagawa lang siyang in your terms, alam ko, kilala kita, alam kong mahilig ang gumawa ng tier list. You would put Kagura in like an A, highest and A usual. But now she seems like she's an S. She's so S plus even.
My theory there is dahil siya yung mong naiwan naman yung Farsight yung Eve, both SS, and then siya nasa A, bigla siya nasa S na ngayon, or S plus like you said. Kasi maganda siyang, parang siya lang yung hindi na nerf. So Lunox, yung mga kasabay niya dati na nauuna sa kanya pala, hindi ko lang kasabay, yung mga nauuna sa kanya dati na nerf na down to the ground, ngayon siya na yung S. And yung isa pang naiwan, which is Lilia, na dapat ay kahanay nung Farsa Eve, ay parang na-outplay din. May chance din siyang mapatay yun, matalo yun. That's why Kagura is the strongest ngayon na mage kasi na-nerf yung mga kasabayan niya. Plus, nasasagot niya rin, pasok siya sa kahit ng lineup eh. I mean, why wouldn't you want big burst, assassination factor in an AoE setting, tapos may wave clear din naman, camera. So, it definitely is falling into that S tier. That S tier, I mean.
Yeah, and again, not to mention mobility, dadagdag ako na lang, mobility pa. So ang daming binibigay ng isang Kagura, which is why either it's banned or first phase pickup, right? Smart Omega, ang huli nilang ban dito ay ang Pakito. So they're also closing up their gaps. Just say next play, ito lang pwede mong piliin. I-prioritize nyo na yung assassin nyo ulit, first phase, kung gusto niyo magkaroon ng magandang laro, CH2. But next play, EVOS, they respect the Selena on Kapitan Kaidik. So that's going to be the glue first pick for Omega.
Wow. Glue first pick. Okay. So NXP EVOS, are they gonna go for the Faramis? Question. Pero may Yuzong pa, and that's the typical dynamics sa ngayon. With the absence of Esmeralda, nauubusan tayo ng mga valid na XP laners. So there's also Clint, kaso alam mo yung mga times na pag meron ng glue sa kabilang team, parang mapapadalawang isip ka kung marksman ba talaga magiging sagot. So, I think for now, for next play EVOS, kukuha na sila ngayon na kanilang X-Play matchup, maybe the likes of Ruby, o kaya nga Yuzong, as we mentioned, maybe Uranus, or maybe go something flex na pwede gamitin sa multiple roles, like the Cho, for example, na nakita rin naman natin maraming beses na dito sa NXP EVOS. Oh, it's a Kufa instead. Wow!
Okay, so gusto nila si Cadenza may ginagawa. Gusto nila yung hero ni Cadenza ay parating pang turning point, no? And then tama naman, first phase, bigyan nyo na si H2 na malupit. And that's gonna be the Lancelot, which I think we mentioned, or there was conversation on this broadcast na parang si Lancelot ay napaka-reliable na mobility, mobility pa. So ang dami your team is doing well, parang ang hirap matalo pag maganda yung ginagawa ng Lancelot.
That I agree with. Lancelot, parang nag-rise na siya to the occasion when it comes to like the jungler choices. And so far, mga teams ay pinapraya na rin to. I think nagkaroon yata ng consensus ditong January na okay sa mga teams ay mukhang Lancelot yung top tier. It used to be like Ling and Hayabusa, but now Lancelot rose to the occasion after sound and nerfs on both Ling and Hayabusa. So talagang Omega naman, sila naman ang mag-alls, papakitaan naman nila. In a way, it makes total sense versus the Lancelot kasi hindi, darating yung point na hindi kayang i-one-shot ng isang Lancelot ang always. By one-shot, hindi ko ibig sabihin literal na one-shot. It's a one combo pala. One combo finish against the Olos kasi mag-attack up siya, and then eventually you can turn it around by running him down ang business maglakad itong Olos, and then you combo it up with other heroes na may lockdown. In this case, it's the Blue, and now Sicilian ang kinuha ng MXP, still sticking with this pick.
Yep, pero this time around, hindi natin alam kung kay Donut ba yan or kung kay Hayes or Apple siya in the current broadcast. No? Hindi nag-change name to si Mr. Bataanon. He himself, a SEA Games gold medalist. So, yeah, may flavors. Maraming sabihin natin pangarap na gusto rin makamit ang team na ito, both a mix of veterans and young hopefuls. Going to the second phase, ano pa man pwedeng iban dito ng next play EVOS? Pwede lang tanggalan ng hero, I was gonna say outplayed. Ayan, Clint, and then baka pa Kupa yung next ban?
Yep. Oh, 1-1 ba? Okay, so naintindihan din ng Smart Omega na pwedeng nga gamitin sa kanila yun. And 1-1 is a hero na hindi kakayanin ng isang Olus kasi meron mga dash. But then again, para sa NXP EVOS, it's true. Papalit ko pa yung maganda dito. Or maybe they can look for more late game heroes. Kasi kung titingnan natin itong Olus, parang siya yung pang mid game ng Smart Omega. And then eventually you need a turret hitter. Kailangan mo may pang-close out ng game sa gold game mo. Hindi pwedeng nakadepende ka lang sa Olus to end the game for you. So NXP, they might look to ban those kind of heroes. Like, well nga, Popolit Koopa, you have the Brody, maybe even the Claude, if they consider it na pwede nilang i-ban versus Smart Omega. Instead, they go for the standard, and well predicted there, it's the Brody.
Yep, Brody, ang alamangan niya dito is magandang sagot niya yung engagement niya with the Lancelot in any case, kunyari 50-50 naman para sila. Yung second skill nung Brody might buy him enough time to even outplay yung Lancelot. Then the usual ban by Smart Omega, so sinasabi nilang kung may farmers kayo, ilabas nyo na, kasi kung hindi, mahirapan kayo dito kay Renzi o Blue. Pero next EVOS, Wolf naman ito. Yung hero na pwedeng iba nila ay pinili. That's going to be the Claude. Hindi mo masyadong mahal ang lineup ng next EVOS?
It is. It's super late game. And in a way, meron silang pang sagot doon sa Blue. At okay talaga ang Claude versus the Eve. It has been theory crafted as one of the answers to the Eve. Kasi ulti ka lang, mag-BMI ka lang sa likod ng Eve and you're okay. It is expensive kasi may sisilan sila for sure. But at least meron sila nung tinatawag kong bridge into the late game kapag meron kang farm. Now, Omega, but they can answer this with yung pang talon talaga doon sa Claude, pang lockdown, and it's going to be the Ruby for the control. Ruby Eve ang combo ng Smart Omega on the classic ones, and go for the still, the Popolit Koopa.
Wow. Yung Ruby Eve, I remember very fondly, nauso siya nung kasaysagan ng MPL Invitational 2021. Doon parang on an international level na kaintindihan yung mga teams. Ang lakas itong combo na ito pag nagawa nyo.
That's right. And now NXP, ang maganda sa composition nila is meron silang Kufra against this Ruby. Actually, what if they go for the Phobius? Maganda ang Phobius ngayon para sa NXP EVOS. Pang-cancel siya dun sa Eve. Decent siya na lane against Glue. At maraming mga dash. Instead, they go Edith para sa NXP EVOS. Although, they missed out on that opportunity na kumuha ng Phobius. It is very good dun sa composition niya.
So, Edith here going to the XP lane. Si Oreshi ang lalaro niyan. And then, Cadenza, Kufra. Alright, so, mid-Sicilian ang mangyayari dito. Donut's gonna be playing the Claude. So, malinaw nga, may mga lanes or may mga farming phases lang ang next play EVOS. Tapos Omega naman, a little more orthodox. Parang mas gets natin kung ano yung tempo at yung galaw ng Omega in this game here.
Alright, so it's like your textbook mid-range or mid-game na composition. Ang masasabi ko dito sa Claude pick, sobrang tricky niya kasi in theory, kaya niyang counterin yung mga heroes or may sagot siya dun sa heroes ng Omega individually. For example, good siya with Blue kasi may Art of Thievery, meron siyang pang-outplay dahil meron siyang dash, meron siyang BMI, tapos kaya niyang i-run down with THS. Individually din, good siya against Eve, di ba? Pwede ka nga mag-BMI sa likod, up your ultimate, kill the Eve. Individually good against Olus kasi mahirapan yung Olus na habulin siya at pwede siya maubusan ng buhay before he is able to hit the Claude. But put them all together as a combo na may kasamang Ruby at tapos meron pa siyang kasamang Sicilian, baka doon siya mahirapan.
We're gonna see how this pans out. Game number 2, tingnan natin. Match point nga pala for Omega. It's do or die for next play EVOS. Let's go to game number 2. And on the map, we'll see 30 seconds in. Ruby on Chakno, the catch. And ito na, bottom lane. Ito na, Wolf, pinapahirapan ni Renjo si Oreshi. Clear win for the Blue.
100%. Glue yata yung pinakamalakas na lane bully ngayon. I honestly felt na next play EVOS could have picked up the Phobius instead. Kasi, di ba nung nauso yung Ruby? at yung Eve. Ang auto-ban nun, kapag gusto mong gamitin yun, is the Phobius. Why? Because Phobius can cancel yung ultimate ng Eve. Gamit ko kanyang Astaros Eye. Second, puro dash kasi yung Ruby. Lahat ng, every time magsiskill si Ruby, meron siyang dash, which means that's automatic na maganda yung Phobius. At also, kaya niya mag-frontline against Omega. Not even considering na meron pang ibang mga heroes na pwedeng ma-burst down nga naman itong Phobius. But instead, they went in for the Edith. I wonder if this will be enough. Kasi nakikita nga natin na nahihirapan na siya agad against Renzio.
Ang hirap. I was thinking okay lang na maging dead lane itong Edith, pero kung ganyan kapanalo, kung ganyan kalamang si Renzio, it's gonna be harder for the Sicilian and the Claude to farm up on Hayes and on Donut. Yan natin top lane, mga sandwich yata si Donut, hindi maganda. It should have off-cam first blood. Outplayed gets the kill.
One thing that we have not talked about yet is okay na yung Popol Kupa na last pick ng Omega is really good against the Claude. Kasi although obviously yung Blazing Duet affects both the Popol and the Kupa, but in the laning stage, ang hirap niyan para kay Donut. Na-weapon master to na at pag once na mag-clear niya agad yung lane at muna siya mag-level 4, automatically masastan niya agad and mahirap talaga nakakaharapin to.
Not to mention, 2 minutes pa lang, nasa 1-8 na ng buhay yung Torre. Kinailangan na ng babysitter dito. Si Donut, and now Chakno tries to escape. That's going to be ult by Hayes. Taanon, drawing a line, and all this time, hindi ganun ka-confident. Kahit na lahat ng miyembro ng Omega, majority nasa top lane, hindi makapag-turtle na libre si H2. Ganun nila nirespeto yung lineup ng Omega kasi nga, ang ganda rin ng early game ramp-up.
Yeah. And this means na Omega ay maging sobrang komportable sa game na to. Unlike the previous game kung saan hirap ng all this time pwede siyang mag-roam around sa mapa. Laki na lamang niya. And I'm pretty sure na naka-dip din siya doon sa may top lane kung saan napatumba na lahat ng outer turret energy shield. So may extra gold yan na nakuha. Ngayon they're moving in for the turtle.
There's a wall by the Mamba, outplayed, going 1v1 with the Lancelot. H2 gets his man, and Chakno with a stun. 3v1 ngayon, and Flicker used up on this Ruby. Ngayon, next to EVOS, sila naman ang babawi, sila naman ang kukuha ng libreng gold dito sa top lane inhibitor. Top lane tier 1.
Oh, but the exchange is Omega Esports kuha dun sa may bottom lane. So, tama lang din yung palitan dito ng side ng Omega Esports and NXP. However, naubusan ng minions sa itong bottom lane na Omega Esports. So, nakabawi talaga ang NXP. Now, Donut. All of a sudden, may DHS na siya. And at 4 minutes, still pretty good timing for this Claude.
Makakagat siya. Yeah, and nabawi na nga eh. Even if that was a first blood, yung isang bisita na yun ng next Evo sa top lane, nahabol nila, na-close na yung gap.
Exactly.
Parang 500 na lang.
No? And this means na NXP was carrying si Donut. By the way, Donut opted to go for Avarice na typically hindi na go-to ng mga Claude. Ooh! Thank you.
Oh. So this Renzio buying time again. Kanina nang 1v5 siya pero nasa late game na yun. Ngayon 4 minutes, kaya 3v1.
Yeah. Hindi pa kaya. Donut picked up, I didn't catch that, pero baka boots niya yun. At 4 minutes and 45 seconds, maganda na yung estado ng gold lane ng NXT EVOS. We're talking about how difficult this Claude game will be kapag early game, but this time, maganda yung kanyang tempo. Nakakuha pa siya ng lane dito sa may mid, so pwede, binibigyan yata siya ng 2 lanes ng NXT EVOS. Then again, push all of them.
2v3 situation down here in bottom lane. And there's the Blazing Duet. Medyo makati na nga rin. Between these two main damage sources ng Nestle EVOS, naparetreat doon si Renzio at si Ryzen.
DHS na ang item ni Donut, so pumupulit na to. Makati na, but yun yung problema kapag natalunan siya dito ni Renzio.
And as we saw, based on the new patch, sobrang dali nang mang-grab-grab. After the split, almost instantaneous yan based on the new mechanic. Pero may natatanong na dito, ni Cadenza, Ryzen punished hard. Mapapatay siya doon ng dalawa dito and there's no response. Another turtle gonna go over to next play EVOS kasi kulang din ang klase ng red 3.
red team has
That's
slain
gonna be
the
Shield
turtle.
going up for next play EVOS. Reload manipulation, naghaharap, nagagrab-graban dito si Renzio. Na-blazing na dun sa likod. Di Kapitan Kaidi. That's gonna be the battle mirror image out. Reshi nasakyan dito ni Renzio. Sapat ba ang damage? Dadaling yung ilalim ng torre. Down goes the Edith. Flicker out by Renzio. There's the punish. Phantom execution into the Torn Rose. Kulang ng isang basic attack. Hindi pa napatay ni H2. John Paul Salonga walking away. No kills.
Well, si Renzo was definitely saved by Chapo. At yung sinasabi natin na stun ng Ruby na nakaka-irita kung ikaw ay assassin going up against the Ruby. Yung pang-cancel, yung combo breaker na mechanic na yun. Habang kumuha si H2 ng orange buff, we'll see a little bit of the turtle fight that happened. You can see si Donut, nultian agad dito si Eve. And ito yung one of the reasons why we're saying na sagot yung Claude doon sa Eve because solely on that. Renzio able to get a kill onto the Edith, already showing na superior explainer talaga ang Blue.
Oh, real time. Round 2, how about it? Finally, Renzio goes down. Kinombo siya sa ilalim ng tier 1 in mid. Nakabawi ang next play EVOS doon. Where, by the way, nakakuha na sila ng gold lead. I think Outplayed has started joining fights more kaya hindi siya nakaka-farm masyado. Natatagalan siya mag-manage ng top lane. Ngayon dinala siya sa baba. And because of that, lamang na ang next play EVOS. They're very small kasi mabawi na sila. Another potential kill onto Chakno. Mangilog survives. Backing out. Pero ito, initreated nila ang push sa mid. Ayaw umalis sa next play EVOS.
No? It's all about that push it's all about the mid lane para sa team sa to, not giving up. One thing pala na masasabi ko dito about sa opponent ko pa, it's good sa last pick para sa Omega Esports, but we forgot about the fact na masaya si H2 na merong opponent ko pa sa side ng Omega Esports. Yung extra dashes, extra puncture during team fights. That one extra can mean the world para sa isang Lancelot in the late portions, latter portion of the game of when the team fight does happen. This time, ang Lord ang pag-aagawan ng dalawang teams. And H2 already up with a Blade of Despair. Gagamitin nila to. Look at the positioning of Chakno as well as Outplayed. Pwede ng cowboy. Yun na nga! May knockdown sila!
Pinilit ang blazing duet. Nabuhay pa si Outplayed doon pero si Donut not in any shape to fight. That's going to be one major factor para sa next play EVOS. So say, wait lang mamaya na guys. Hindi pa natin ito kaya. Purple muna. H2.
May Lito Wanderer. Tsaka meron din siyang Purify. That's why he managed to survive that bake-off. Outplayed almost, but not quite. Nakita na natin nung kay Donut.
Oh, that's a nice jump by Cadencia. Mapipick off dito si Renzio. Donut gets the kill. And slowly but surely, ang ganda ng ramp up ng isang Claude into this mid-game. We're leaving the mid-game. Dahil 9 minutes in na, this is going to be an early Lord. Nasaan si Ryzen? Oh, I don't think they can contest this. It's very difficult.
Yeah, that's wala rin naman dito sa area. But then again, NXP, meron silang Claude. So, pwede itong slowly nakakunin itong Lord. They are indeed doing that.
Another jump in and pull. Yakner coming in. Knock up via the Lord. That's going to be the Phantom execution. He's needing to get this. And there's the retry. Coming in. Perfect timing for H2. Pero real manipulation. Mahuli pa si Donut. Nastandod sa may boundaries ng real manipulation. And there's a Simon Cross keeping the name H2. Outcuring on through target after target. Tinudok, tinulog niya. Ang isa, dalawa. Pero may bawi pa pala. 1 for 2 so far. Pero naka-Lord ang next play EVOS doon.
Oh my God. Okay, so well done from NXP EVOS. Though, na hinawakan talaga nila yun at masyadong malayo si Ryzen. Tell that out. Nakita nyo nung binugaw ni Chakno ang NXP EVOS, yung inultihan niya doon yung combo ng NXP, it was Edith plus Kufra. Hindi binitawan ng NXP. Nag-back lang sila ng konti tapos nasalo ng isang member nila yung Lord kaya hindi nag-reset. And then eventually dahil super low na yung Lord, sila rin nasa advantage. And Tomax had to pop the ultimate. Ang ganda nung kanilang pag-collapse kay Dolan. Kasi alam nila walang Purify eh. So saktong-sakto yung kagat ni Outplay tapos hindi na nakatakas dahil na-stand doon sa boundary ng real world manipulation like I said. But yung Sanguine Claws was perfectly used by the side of NXP EVOS. Nakita natin mula kay Yenny Hayes na napigilan talaga niya yung additional kills ng Omega Esports punching.
Yep, and just like that, walang maisagot si Chak nung nahuli siya ng combo after combo ng skills ng next play EVOS. And they opened up bottom lane, pero top lane bumabawi, trabaho lang dito si Ryzen, Mr. Sumagi, taken one. So Again, Wolf, I think, babalik na naman tayo sa point na Omega naman ang magka-spike. Kasi basta tama yung positioning ng itang Aulus, yun lang naman kalaban niya, mobility. Basta maganda ang lugar niya, he might be good. Undying Fury, placed here to stop the push. And yan sasabihin ni Renjo, ang work ni Apple-PH, ni Hayes. We're looking for that spike for Omega. Yun ang bawi nila, pero next week was they're in control.
Oh, wow. I really think that may may small rivalry itong dalawang teams. So many times na nakita natin when Omega Esports go up against next place, EVOS, init talaga mga laban. Usually, it ends up in a full series, man. Lagi kung best of 3 on, it will end up 2-1 for sure in either team. At hindi ako magulat kung ganito yung mangyari, especially with how NXP is handling yung kanilang composition. It was very expensive. Meron silang Cecilion, meron silang Claude. Kailangan nila talaga pumunta sa late game. But so far, so good for their team. Sila yung nakakalamang at 12 minutes. And that's all that they are needing. Hayes, nakakuha na nga siya ngayon ng kanyang purple buff, which means na madali niyang madedepensahan yung mga lates. Kaya niyang i-spam lang talaga yung kanyang mga spells.
Yep, now that we're talking about Hayes, kanina pa tayo donut ng donut, kanina pa lang pinapansin yung Claude na kung paano siya nag-survive ng early, nakaka-push siya, natetrete niya si Kaidik, pero hindi natin napapansin na ang sakit na rin pala ng Sicilian. Sobrang threat na talaga ngayon ni Hayes. So Omega Esports, ang dami na inisip, ang dami na kailangan i-manage. And talking at the item game, kulang na lang ng isa pang full item. Well, pabuo na tong item ni Donut, pero on the way na siya. And not to mention, maganda naman ang farm ni H2 dito. He hasn't died. Siya at si Hayes, hindi pa namamatay. Sobrang importante nun.
Very important. And nag-slow down yung ating laban. Finally, may DHS na si Outplay kasi he went for the defense build mo na. Wind of Nature yung kanyang pinaprioritize. This time, he's gonna hit hard. The DHS, pwede niyang bigyan yung Edith, pwede niya i-focus yung Edith as well as the Kufra. Ito yung sinasabi natin na minsan kailangan mong bigyan yung mga nasa harap ng sangaban. And sometimes yun yung nagiging toka ng mga marksman. In the case of the Claude, ang kailangan naman niyang puntahan ay backlines kasi meron siyang PMI and he needs to manage si Etomax. That's why he went for the good force breastplate. I think Wind of Nature din yung kanyang isusunod afterwards para at least makapag-duelo siya versus Olus as well as this Popolit Kupa. We'll see. Now, Chakno already tanking up, Tenacity siya, tapos meron na siya ngayong Radiant Armor, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, it's not a Radiant Armor. He went for a Team Shield for the Magic Defense against NXP EVOS. And now, meron na tayong Lord ulit. And everybody is trying to hide. Look at the positioning of the members of NXP EVOS. Orange buff ang gusto kong kunin ng H2.
Nanakawin nila to, and there's a backup from Oreshi. And now we see, ganito ang mga next play EVOS. So, at least in the positioning, no, they're willing to just go for the defensive items first. They're investing in the immortalities first. Kasi gusto na patagalin yung laban. And so far, Cadenza gonna start off the fight. Might have been a little too soon. That's gonna be a pull-in. They're setting up for the claws. Ang dami tinatamaan. Kirendio pa mapapasama. What out and engage. A push and pull back and forth. And just like that, talagang hindi yung laban. Baka pwedeng kunin ng Omega dahil ang layo ni Rendio. Another free lord going over next to EVOS.
Sobrang ganda ng item na napili pala ni Donut dito. Instead of going for Wind of Nature, he went for Corrosion Sight para meron talaga siyang way para hindi makatakas yung mga tanky heroes ng Omega Esports, particularly this Ruby, this Glue, and also kapag eventually na ipag-duel siya kay Ryzen, mas lalamang siya sa laban at kaya niyang i-kite ng madali itong ating Olus. Then again, NXP na-punish ulit nila. And guess what? The main problem still for Omega Esports is the Sanguine Claws. Nakita natin na nung ginaw ng Omega Esports yung si Cadenza, nung tumalon si Cadenza, na-try nilang i-punish, medyo nagsama-sama sila, nagpilit-pilit sila with Venture needing to go up close and personal. It meant na swak na swak yung Sanguine Claws. And syempre may damage output na yung NXP EVOS. Now they're on the lead. Definitely, nasa kanila na ang lamang ng momentum, pati na rin ng ekonomiya ng laban na to.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
And just like that, all waves perfectly synced, perfectly managed by NXP EVOS. An assault on all sides. Dedepensa naman sa baba dito ni Ryzen yung Lord. So, at least signs of life, no? Ganun na kalakas yung Aulus natin. Nakapag-scale na siya, na kaya niya i-1v1 yung Lord at 14-15 minutes.
Still, wala na siyang ultimate dito, but it really can be just used dun sa pag-clear ng waves. And with all due fairness para sa Omega Esports, hindi sila nakuha ng inhibitor, pero wala na silang mga outer at inner turrets. We'll see. Mukhang nanakaw din ang purple buff itong NXP, which is just natural. Ibigay mo yan doon sa Lancelot para yung sarili nilang purple buff ay mapupunta doon sa Sicilian.
And it might be a fight that they're willing to force. There's the Mamba with the pull, and then mapapamagtaan na dito another back impact in Sanguine Cross combo. Blazing naman dito kay Donut, forced to BMI back. Pero ngayon mababa yung buhay ng sinakyan ni Renzio. Ryzen goes down, still no trades. Pero ang mababa ng buhay ng next EVOS, but they're juggling it! They're juggling it! 2 for 1 so far. Si Oreji pala ka-trade para kay Renzio at Ryzen. And just like that, hindi makahanap ng bawi. Walang makapitalize ang Omega Esports. Panalo pa rin sa exchange ang next play.
Sa itong melee-based composition ng Omega Esports na kailangan nila lumapit with Chakto, Regio, as well as Ryzen, sobrang napapunish itong Sicilian. Sanguine Class again, thwarting yung attack ng Omega Esports. Tapos ang ganda ng timing ni H2 going for that kill doon kay Ryzen nung alam niya wala nang spells na maibabato si Ryzen, tsaka siya pumunta doon and finishing it off with retribution damage per second. And that means na 5-0 and 2 na ngayon itong si H2. Top of all the items that he has, War Axe, tapos may in this battle, and Malefic Aura sa akin yan, and then additional Wind Talker for even more damage. Finish it off with a Blade of Despair. Everything is doing well para kay H2. Nakakuha na siya ng kanyang potion na din, and we're looking to end this game. Pwede nilang hintayin yung 18-minute mark. Donut already starting this, pero obviously re-reset lang din na yan. Unless, I don't know.
Aabot naman. Aabot naman. Chaco, though, he picked up the Blade Armor. So, nasagot nila yung donut problem, pero si Apple-PH pa rin eh. Si Aaron, si Hayes pa rin, napakasayang lang. Nilapit sa kita, Ryzen burst it down! Oh, ang laking loss nun! Ang sakit nun, and now Blazing the Whip, maaga. Burst down si Chakno dito. Sanguine Claws, gonna take him down! Hayes gets another 2 free kills for next play EVOS. Split team fights, not for them. Hindi magandang sitwasyon yon. Dahil next play EVOS, sobrang lamang nila. Isa na namang Lord. Possibly Wolf, Lord for the finish.
Oh my. It definitely looks like it. Yung late game prowess ng NXP EVOS ay full potential na. Leo, they have Sicilian and Claude. Sobrang lakas ng kanilang firepower sa ngayon. For Omega Esports, mid-game yung kanilang spike. Itong Olus, maganda naman siya sa late game in a way. Pero kung ikumpara mo yan sa Claude Sicilian, ako hindi niya kakayanin.
Oh, hindi nakasakay si Renzio, walang nakuha ng grab. They're struggling to defend these lanes. They're struggling to stay alive, pero ngayon fully recovered. They're all respond. Pero nag-respond din si Lord. 15 seconds in, hindi pa tapos ang diluvyo. May kalbaryo pang hinaharap ang Omega Esports. What are their options here to defend? Anong plano nila dito dapat?
Ultimate for sure ni Ryzen. Pwede niyang ibabad para dun sa mga minions. And have him support. Chakno siya yung bahala mag-defend. Of course, meron silang Eve for the defense. So, meron naman talagang hope para sa depensa ng Omega Esports. But this is playing not to lose. Tignan natin pa siya approach ng NXP.
Yep, this is a very difficult situation. And look at this! The full combo! Blazing the Whip! Plus the ult! And that's going to be one down. Renzio going. Ryzen, may napap na isang mortality doon. He's still gonna wail there. There's the destruction. And there's the jump in. Burst it down. Si Kadenta mga final hit. And the Lord is still standing. May waves pa rin dito pero mababa ang buhay. Yung Hayes, mababa ang buhay niya. Apple-PH. Walang na-trade dito ang Omega Esports muli. 2 inhibitors, 2 kills, no casualties. Next to EVOS, happy to leave this for the next Lord. 80 seconds away.
Oh, yeah. Save for the immortality, sobrang ganda nito. You can see na yun talaga yung melee comp ng Omega Esports sa kailangan nilang lumapit. Sobrang daling i-punish ng NXP. To the point na etong Kufra ay siya na nga talaga yung sobrang naumuna. Typically, mag-aabang ka pa talaga ng tamang moment mo, but in that particular clash, nauna na doon si Cadenza. He knows na merong iba pang ways para makapunch ng NXT dahil meron pa rin Edith, meron pa rin Cecilion. Nakakuha sila na push sa may bottom lane. Super duper happy with the result of this. At in 50 seconds, the next Lord will come anyways. At all they can do, all they need to do right now is to close it out.
Yeah. Time is on next play EVOS side. Omega Esports, ito na yun eh. Like, most likely, ito na yung final form nila. Approach na lang ang kaya nila i-tweak. Next play EVOS, peak performance na to. So, at 21 minutes, if anything, lumalakas pa si Hayes dahil sa stacks na nakukuha niya. So, Omega's waiting for a miracle. Omega's looking for that small mistake. Kasi, di ba, back-to-back, ni pick-off wala eh. Hirap na hirap ang Omega humanap.
Exactly. At this point, uy!
Oh,
Nakasabi lang na!
Excuse me!
Disgusters first hit!
What? Na-pick off si H2!
Man!
To be fair, nabasa ng Omega yun. Kanina pa nandun si H2. Kanina niya pag ginagawa yung approach na yun. And that's gonna be a jump out to Chakno. Mabubuhay ba siya? Answered yes. He still has an immortality. And that's going to be blazing the way already. Real manipulation. Cancel. Stop. Oh, outplay. Patatawanan. Mahuhod yan. Tyrant trade into the revenge. And that's going to be immortality. Bursted down by Hayes. 1-for-1 so far. But he wrapped out a very, very key member of Omega that they took down. But Oreshi gets his ultimate pop. Undying Fury. Keeping them down. That's the slows. That's the flip. Oreshi not gonna walk. But Omega, ito nga, gets him one. Kaidik. Going for the 2-for-1 trade. So far, making sports still alive. Ito yung pinakauna lang win in a long time, pero ito hindi pa tapos. Ang next play, there's immortality. Back out of the Mamba. Chaknu. Joshua Mangino gonna go down here. That's a blazing the west. Cross the knockup. And that's gonna be 3 down. May naka-respond na ulit. Wait lang. Boy pa ang Mega Esports just managing the waves. Nako, ang ganda ng timing yung next play, Wolf. They're all gonna be back in time for the final Lord. Possibly final Lord. Ang apat.
Yo, super duper good. That's walang immortality si Chakno if ever. Sobrang bilis nilang ulit ito. We can see na ang nangyari, nagkaroon ulit ng pendulum eh. Parang itong pendulum work-in. Kapag nakakuha ng isang pick of vision team, tapos nag-overextend sila, mapupunta ng sobrang rubber band pala. Hindi pala pendulum rubber band siya dun sa posing end kasi magre-respawn na yung unang na-pick off. And that's exactly what happened in this game. Naubusan ng firepower ang Omega Esports and now NXP. They have got the advantage. Game-ending Lord for sure. Tingnan natin kung kaya pa nilang depensahan. 3 lanes ang magtutulak. At may kasama pang extra buffs, just like an orange buff. Around this Lord area, and walang immortalities apart from Ryzen ang Line Omega.
Wait lang. This is like that movie 300. They're trying to defend this one lane. Nagkaroon sila ng magandang depensa. Cadenza, umikot-ikot, nag-stretching. Wala muna sa Tyrant's Rage. And there you go. Renzio getting hit with the back claws. Puncture on through with the Torn Road. There's a knockup. Delikado si Chakno. Blazing the way. Papasok. Makakapatay sila ng isa. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's all she wrote. Next to EVOS. Even the score, 1-1. Wolf, sabi nga natin, kapag NXP laban sa Omega, talagang makakita tayo ng game number 3.
Yeah, this is expected. Niready ko na sarili ko for this and I want it to happen for sure. Hindi pwedeng matapos na lang ang kampanya ng NXP EVOS with a 2-0 mula sa Omega Esports. We are going to a game decider and just like old times para sa dalawang teams na to, whoever loses exits the tournament and may isa pang buhay ang mananalo. The stakes are so high. Pati na rin ang teams natin, napakaganda ng pinapakitang intensity in this game. These are the moments when you could say na hindi na talaga, match talaga itong dalawang teams na to.
Yep. Ika nga ng kanilang emote. Baka next play EVOS to. Palit-palitan mo man yung players, nandiyan pa rin yung puso na namamayagpag sa larangan ng MLBB Esports. Look at the post-game stats here. 7-16. Kahit na ang tagal ng laban, 24 minutes, Wolf, it is very evident at every point in the game, ramdam mong hirap ang Omega. Save for that early game, di ba? Eventually, nung nahanap ni Donut yung kanyang momentum, wala na, naihain na lang kay MPL-PH kay Hayes na ni minsan namatay, hindi. Ni isa wala, 309.
Yeah. And so far, yung sinasabi natin na greedy composition mula sa NXP EVOS, it didn't matter kasi maganda yung naging recovery nga doon kay Donut. That's just na nakakuhaan siya ng isang kill, di ba? But dun sa may top lane. Pero yung return kasi ng NXP EVOS, nakakuha sila ng push dun sa top after. So that's well done. Now, para naman sa side ng Omega, ito yung overextension na nakita natin or at least yung punishment coming out from Yelly Hayes gamit yung Sanguine Claws that really gave the favor back doon sa Omega Esports. Sorry, sa next play EVOS. Because if you're looking at Omega Esports, ganda ng idea nila to focus the heroes of NXP after the Lord fight. But because they overextended at hindi nila chinek kung nasaan nandun si Yelly Hayes, doon sila na punish ng sobra-sobra ng NXP EVOS.
Yep. And here you'll see, at this point, ang lapit pa nila, 4-6, 4-5, 10 minutes. May 15 minutes pa sa larong to. And eventually, it'll grow more into a 2 for none, 3 for none, tapos magiging 4 Lords eventually. The 18-minute Lord, na-depensan pa na Omega yun eh. Pero yung 20-something minute Lord, it was a little too much. And again, that rubber banding. I wonder kung meron tayong clips for that rubber banding effect na talagang well-orchestrated. Ang galing. Kung sino man nag-shot call doon at kung sino man yung nag-decide, sige H2, ikaw na lang. Napaka-risky nun, pero nagawa nila.
Yeah. Definitely for both teams, diba? Parang iniisip nilang maigi kung paano nila itatapos yung laban. And obviously, si H2, hindi niya na-expect na pwede siyang i-go dun sa moment na yun. But cool, calm and collected ang NXP EVOS. That's what we like. I mean, even when those mishaps happen. Normally, when teams sa late game ay napitas yung isang member nila, magpapanik agad sila, they're gonna be angry at each other, parang i-blame agad nila. But NXP EVOS manage to salvage yung moment na yun by trying to just keep themselves cool and make sure na makapunch ka nila. I think yung reason kung ba't sila nanalo sa succeeding team fight was the cancel wala dun sa edit, yung suplex niya or nanakap niya yata yung ultimate ng Evo. Either way, meron siyang heads up para i-cancel yung ultimate ni Etomax and that allowed them to eventually win that fight.
It's two ways, and hindi sila ult pareho. It's two ways to cancel it, and hindi sila ult pareho. So, napakaganda ng edit. I think Omega has to consider that. Coach Pakbet, Zach Nu, they have to think about it going into game number 3 because it all comes down to this. Sudden death, mati na matibay, mati na matatag. Sila na lang ang angat sa susunod na round dito sa ating Sibol 2022 National Team Selection Tournament for Mobile Legends. Bang, bang. Kami magbabalik. We're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, it's gonna be the conclusion to this best of 3. Once again, we are the Animals. Ang mga po pala si Leo, kasama dito si Wolf. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
sa Giga Mania! Ready na ba kayo sa Grand Raffle Prizes ng Giga Mania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the Giga Life app and register sa Giga Mania! Ready na ba kayo sa Grand Raffle Prizes ng Giga Mania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the Giga Life app and register sa Giga Mania! Ready na ba kayo sa Grand Raffle Prizes ng Giga Mania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours, download the Giga Life app and register sa Giga Mania! Ready na ba kayo sa Grand Raffle Prizes ng Giga Mania? Samsung set, Apple set, and Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Para maging yours,
Muling lalakad, matatag ba si Hayes because he's that much closer to making it back into the Sibol training crew for MLBB. Welcome back! It's time for game number 3 next play EVOS versus Omega Esports. Isang laban na lang. May panalo mo to, nasa next round ka na. Yung tatalo, did you well played, their journey ends here. At your service, ako napupulong. Kasama na dito si Wolf, the Animal. It's time to talk about game number 3. May bagong pinakita naman muli ang next play EVOS and it's shades of their Season 8 performance, Wolf. Ito na naman yung ultra late game next play. Pero, bagong players, so may sarili na tipla.
Yep, and we can see naman na mukhang nagising na ulit ang NXP EVOS. So, always what is a team. Parang, it's never always like a 2-0 na perfect. Sometimes it will boil up a very close match. And what we're seeing right now is the full potential ng ating two teams. Game number 3 to decide who wins in this matchup. But this time, hindi katulad ng mga huling pagkikita ng dalawang teams na to when they battle up against each other. Points lang ang pinaglalabanan nila, hindi pa elimination. This time, all that matters, right? When we look at MPL Season 7 and MPL Season 8, isa sila na panalo over each other. But this time, it's the decider. It's the series of series. At napakalapit nito kasi ang aangat sa laban na to ay mag-a-advance sa next round and the loser, unfortunately, will exit the tournament.
Yeah, not to add to the pressure, Wolf, pero itong ganito, once every 2 years lang. Yung MPL natin, pwede mo ulit-ulitin eh, di ba?
Twice every year.
Ito once every 2 years na may chance kang magrepresenta ng ating bansa sa larangang iyon, di ba? To fight for another gold medal. So, it's definitely just really a high-stakes situation here. Pero, you know, in the face of the very young players, like, sabihin natin, imagine mo kung yari ikaw si John Vilvilla, ikaw si outplayed. Di ba, like, paano yun? Sobrang kailangan mo mag-focus. Imagine mo kung ikaw pa si Mario Stan, si Donna. Si Flick kanina, di ba na talagang fighting for their life, making a name for themselves, di ba?
Yep.
So, again, ladies and gentlemen, they appreciate all your support. All of these players, they're making their dreams come true on our behalf. Di ba? They'll eventually be representing us. They'll be carrying the red, white, yellow, and blue. Perlas na silanganan. Kailangan natin silang supportan. Bigyan natin sila ng ating pagmamahal. Dahil sila yung nagdadala ng pangarap natin. Para tuloy-tuloy natin masabi na kahit in 2022 ay yung pinakamalakas na region or na bansa ng Mobile Legends na natin. So,
exactly.
Again, it's 1-1. Feeling ko pakitaan ng bago eh. If both gano'ng katagal yung game 1?
19? Was it 19?
Game 1, 19. Okay. So, both are relatively long games. Diba? Feeling ko bilisan nila eh. Like, that's just mine. Para makita natin, para talaga siyang clinic. Showcase siya ng Omega and next week. Dapat itong huli. Both teams do their best to finish quick. I don't know, what do you think?
For me, I want to see go down yung mga long games. I mean, favorite, parehas nila gusto yung mga long games nila. And next is execution. Sorry, Omega. Diba? Natutunas na ako kasi ganun yun eh. Galing sila dati sa execution. Ang daming storya sa game ito and I don't want it to end quickly. Lalo na sa decider match. And I'm so excited to see what they bring to the table come Game 3.
Okay, you know what? Fast game, long game, doesn't matter. But sa draft pa lang natin makikita kung ano nga ba ang posibleng mangyari. Let's go into it. These are the smart picks and bans. Final game. Next to EVOS on the play. Omega Esports answering back. There's the Paquito. There's the Valentina. So far, wala pang bago. This is a pattern we've seen for the past 2 games.
So, isa pang pattern na nakita natin sa past 2 games ay ang 0% win rate ng Olos. Seems to be favoring the Olos but losing in the end. Ibig sabihin ba niyan ay hindi na i-victor na both teams? I myself wouldn't want that to happen kasi knowing both Ryzen at saka si H2, gusto kong makakita ng Assassin Showdown. Flex na nila in their last chance in this series yung kanilang mga Assassin muscles. Bano na lang sila, sure, okay lang. May Ling at Hayabusa pa. You still have the likes of Amon, for example. So, a lot of heroes still na pwede natin makita.
Yeah. Today, not so good ang record ni Aulos. Pero kagabi nga, di ba, nanalo yung Omega gamit ang Aulos. So,
exactly.
There's really something else here. There's something at play. It's not the hero that's wrong. Here are the bans by Next Big EVOS, closing up the first phase. Andiyan yung Lancelot at Esmeralda. Hindi niya lang magamit yung mga heroes na yan. And sa Omega naman, it's di Selena. Dahil magaling na rin naman pumana si Hayes, si Batalon, and we're waiting for one more before we open up next play EVOS is draft. Glue? Is Glue gonna see play here? Baka first pick Glue? Makakuha siya ni Oreshi? Maybe?
Maybe. Isa sa mga power picks ngayon ng ating Sibol metagame. At makikita natin dun sa Glue na counter, tinry siyang sagot ng mga teams with like Claude, with Yuzhong. The clear-cut answer is the Faramis and we saw that in the previous game. And then again, makikita pa rin natin na kahit mayroong mga counters ng Glue, nakakaporma pa rin siya. So, I think it still is a very strong first pick. But at the same time, knowing Next Play EVOS, baka ang kanilang actually, they still can get it pala. I'm thinking parang what if they go for the Esmeralda but they themselves banned it out. And ngayon, ang Omega, binan nila yung Edith at Selena. Are they eyeing another Eve pick?
That's what I was thinking too nung nakita ko yun eh. So malino naman na Glue is super prio, super first pickable. Pero Omega, if not in these first 2, baka last pick first phase. Set up nila yung Eve. But I think they will also try to prioritize. Ewan ko at this point, ano na wala na si Lancelot? Ipipili ko pa ba Assassin kay Raiden? Kasi kaya nila ilusot yung second phase eh, like they did game 1.
Well, yeah, I agree, not in the first phase. And I was about to say Yuzhong yung pwede mag-sagot. They indeed pick it up. Decent versus Blue, tapos, ayan. Chakno Heroes na makikita natin. This is what I like. You can see the Chakno Heroes, the Mangilog specialty.
Sabi niya, Cadenza, check this out.
Check it out. This is how I play it. Seminar ka sa akin ngayon. But, para sa NXP, they can go back to their mages siguro, or maybe fighters, but instead they go for 1-1. I think interesting kasi naban dito in the previous game, but there is the presence of the Yuzhong. In all of the marksman na makikita natin sa ating metagame, 1-1 yung medyo kayang na pumalag dito sa Yuzhong kasi meron siyang ultimate dead for crossbow damage. But kaya niya din takbuhan in a way ito ng Yuzhong. Sicilian, however, ito yung medyo scary. It worked in the previous game. Will it work again in this game? Yun yung tricky. Ang sagot ng Omega, actually, is this Farsa. Great versus 1-1. Decent versus Sicilian in the early stage of the game.
Farsa coming back to close up the first phase of the draft. Already, I think naka-telegraph naman, this might actually be a mid-Farsa. So, Wolf, talk to us about the dynamics of this mid-lane matchup, no? Kumusta naman ang Sicilian versus Farsa?
I think it definitely late game ang Sicilian. But in the early stages talaga, Farsa side ito eh. Ganda pa ng combo ng Farsa with the Kufra. Classic yan. And we know na both, eto mga si Chakno, ilang laro na nilaro nila with this combo, ilang panalo na nakuha nila, ilang clutch moves na nagawa nila. I would always favor Farsa over Sicilian kasi early hanggang late meron siyang impact, lalo na yung range ng feathered airstrike. Thing is, pwede ka nga lang makancel ng Sanguine Claw. So if you're not smart, kaya mong if you're not, clever or smart with your positioning, not literally smart Omega.
Sabi ko sana, they're literally Omega. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally Omega. Let's look at the band here. Next play EVOS, tinanggalan nila ng isang jungler at isang hero si Outplayed. So that's one, Yusun Shin, and then another, Clint. For Omega naman, ang tinanggal nila ay options for Cadenza. Wala pang hero si Cadenza. That's going to be the Diggy and the Jawhead. And there you go. Omega, picking up a hero on the swing back for Ryzen. Ganun din at Ling. Ang natitira nila kailangang i-fill in ay si Outplayed. Could be the Popol?
Yeah. Para sa NXP EVOS, pwede sila mag-macho, Matilda, so that they have the lockdown dito sa Ling. Ruby is still available at hindi ako magulat kung gamitin nila yan. And roll. Now, you're talking about heroes for Outplayed. Something tells me na mayroong chance na itong Farsa ay mapunta dun sa may gold lane to play against this 1-1, which will further bolster itong early stages para sa Omega. Then go back to the Kagura para kay Edmax. It's almost the same. Saber! At yun nga, Ruby, as expected. But Saber, for the total lockdown. Gusto talaga nilang i-punish tong Ling.
Teka! John Paul Salongang Saber? That's gotta be a jungle Saber!
That's gotta be a jungle Saber. Indeed. Proper lockdown. May chain stunts sila. Ang dami nilang stunts dito. And pag na-triple sweep mo, meron kang burst ng Sicilian. All is good in the hood. Gusto ko makita ng Kagura dito na last pick ng Omega. Put everything doon sa Ling kay Ryzen and put Farsa kay Outplayed.
The only compromise is, yun nga, mawawalan sila ng sure late game scaling maliban kay Ling. So nope, they're gonna give Outplayed a more comfortable hero, a more traditional gold laner, especially in this great meta game, specifically, it's gonna be the Brody, na medyo may sagot naman sa isang Saber. Kung nagkakitaan sila. Again, I think that's what makes Brody so strong in this meta, no? Yung potential niya na sumagot sa mga mangda-dive sa kanya with that second skill. Wolf, after that Brody pickup on Outplayed, anong chances nito? Are we seeing a lot of collapses on the gold lane?
For sure.
Late?
For both teams. For Outplayed, kumpara dito sa, since going to be 1-1 versus the Brody, hindi ako piyansa na 1v1 yan sa bottom lane. This is still have Cobra, pwede hindi ka have Ruby. Imposible maging 1v1 yan.
Hindi yan mapayapa. Walang mapayapang gold lane dito.
Not at all. Specifically against the 1-1, for sure ang Omega dito inisip, wag nating bibigyan ng proper timing itong 1-1 kasi it will be a problem for them in the end. Kasi although meron silang ways para i-burst down yung 1-1 courtesy of the Farsa tsaka nitong Ling, wala silang lockdown na reliable. The thing with Kofra is, surely maganda siya pang lockdown, pang CC. Pero hindi siya ganun ka-reliable. May chance pa ma-dodge. Lalong-lalo na kasi merong cleanse mechanic, may anti-debuff mechanic at 1-1.
Tignan natin kung ano mangyari. Early game pa lang babakbaka na sa gold lane. Let's go into the match. This is game number 3. Sudden death. An elimination is upon us. Extra EVOS versus Omega. And here we see, medyo forward si Etomax sa Chak no? Mahanap agad. Level 1 si Chak.
Hindi talaga mapayama to. I like it. By the way, something na hindi pa natin masyado na-mention, si 1-1 ay mas magpumanda na yung laning against squishy heroes dahil sa patch. It was months ago na. Pero ngayon na, pwede siya manalo sa lane.
Oh no. Medyo nahirapan. Close ko na punish on Cadenza pero mapa-first blood dito si Etomax na ginamit niya ng Purify niya. So, early on, especially before big team fights, okay lang naman. Pero that's a good start for next EVOS.
Yeah. Amazing start even. Tapos yung top lane pa ay naman niya yung mode. That's why I felt, Leo, mas maganda yata kung ipinarsa talaga ng Omega Esports yung top lane. So that, kasi yung laning stage naman ng isang Farsa, hindi naman siya ganun nerf. Kasi more on dun sa ultimate, yung nagkaroon ng problem cooldown with this Farsa. And Brody versus the 1-1, like I said, posible maging 1v1 to. There will be an influence of the roamers, but in a 2v2 setting, mukhang mas lalamang pa rin yung 1-1 because of the buffs earlier. Nabago kasi yung passive ni 1-1 na hindi na siya percent-based yung bonus niya kapag meron ka mga weakness na proc. More on siya, raw damage na siya, which is more effective on the laning stage, particularly against low HP heroes katulad ng Brody.
Yeah. So kaya at minute 1 pa lang, no, kanina nakita natin lamang agad nang ingalo na si outplayed laban kay Donut. So let's talk about the XP lane. That's where people are here right now. That's gonna be H2 threatening the triple sweep na napakasakit. Lalo na full stacks kung tinatamaan ka pa ng Shuriken Sen, extra basic attack here and there. Pero false engage yun. Wait lang, Chak Mamba! Jumping down out of Adenza, popping the velvet airstrike, Eto Max on the response. Neither team here confident to take the turtle. So medyo madedelay. Hindi siya clean 2-minute turtle. Ay hinahanap ng next week mo sa Omega.
By the way, naka-expire. Itong si Donut. That's why, naka-ulti na niya. Hindi kinaya ng flicker. So, definitely nag-well dun si Outplayed. What happens now is, kapag nag-inspire ka kasi, madali mo makakabot yung 5 weakness points, tapos eventually makapag-ultimate ka. That's why, after pag-flicker ni Outplayed, nag-top agad siya ng crossbow. And now, he gets the corrosion sight 3 minutes in
3 minutes!
this game.
3 minutes! Mas mabilis pa sa fast. Ika nga ng mga kids.
Grabe to. Look at it, 2.4k. 2.4k in 3 minutes. Ganon kalapit. So ilan yun?
2.4k.
GPM agad.
2.4k, parang bigyan mo, kunin mo yung farm ni Chak mo at ni Ryzen, pagsamahin mo, ganun kalapit. Yung isang farm ng isang hero on Donut. So, an amazing start for next EVOS in their gold lane. Baka maulit ang Game 1 Wolves. Parang gano'n na parang the gold lane will buy time for the rest of the... For even Haze, specific ulit. Baka gano'n yung mangyari.
Baka nga talaga. Now, Omega Esports, will they fix this? Maganda na yung start agad para sa NXP. But then again, if you're looking at the overall gold, maganda naman para sa side ng Omega Esports. It's pretty decent. With just 1,000 gold lead para sa NXP was still very much doable in this game. However, si H2 meron ng Heptasis. So, iti-take advantage nila yung early snowball nila dito and they will keep on pummeling Omega Esports with this early game item choices para sa NXP.
Ooh. NXP, the game's in their hands right now. For some reason, laban sa Omega, nakahanap sila ng paraan na kahit mahal yung lineup, nagagawa nila ng paraan. Parang gets nila yung window sa Omega Esports eh. What about Omega Esports? Not about Omega. Anong kaya nilang gawin dito? Anong dapat nilang gawin? Wait for the mid-game spike? Nawala na ba yung window nila na mag-dominate early?
For me, kaya-kaya pa nila na Outplayed went for Heptasis 2. So gusto nila lumaban, hindi sila sumabay. Meron silang na Dragon, meron silang Yuzhong. And also another way para makapag-engage na properly is this Eto Max connection. Sumasakit talaga.
Oh, wait lang! Toilet pa memory na beaten! Pero yun, napa-overextend si Ryzen! He wanted to get that kill on Cadenza pero hindi niya nagawa. Tinalo siya ng tatlo. Welcome to the jungle sa Brenekle EVOS. 3-0 lead. Hirap ang Omega Esports mag-engage. And it's gonna be a free turtle going over to John Paul Salonga. Oh, wait lang, Donut. Tataran dito. That's gonna be a sandwich. 3-1. Debawi. Overextended that 1-1.
Then again, yung kill kay Ryzen is very unforgivable para sa side ng Omega Esports. Sobrang nag-extend sila doon at nakahanda kasi yung triple sweep. Kudos to H2 for holding on to that ultimate right moment. No purifies sa isang lane. Wala rin siyang way para instantly matanggal yung stun ng triple sweep. That's why nakuha na yung burst down. Isa pang hidden combo dito ng NXP EVOS is yung passive na makikita natin mula doon sa Saber na meron siyang bonus na armor penetration which also allows Donut to deal so much damage to anyone na makakapitan nitong Saber.
And so far, hindi pa natin nakita umaariba si H2 namimili lang siya ng engagements niya. So far, what's led to this 3-1 lead, and again, about 1,000 gold ahead, it's yung threat of activation pa lang. So hindi pa na totoong nangyayari yung effects dapat ng Saber ni H2, pero ramdam na ng Omega Esports, and we can see how they move on the map.
So, super exciting. How will Omega Esports recover? We know them as a team na puro na late game talaga, na masters of the late game. So, nag-iisip na sila ngayon. They're trying to troubleshoot na dito, Leo. Nag-iisip na sila ng ways para ibalik yung favor sa kanila. At ito na, conceal play mula kay Chuck. So, Ryzen nga lang malayo as well as MPL.
Oh, triple sweep underneath tier 1 up top. The burst onto H2. Tempest of Blaze, don't mash the dash. Ni H2, si Donut pa yung makakuha with the crossbow. Hang! It's a double! 4! Donut, a triple for next play. EVOS, walang sagot ang Omega.
Very disconnected pa mula sa Omega Esports yung chance to conceal play. Meron na doon si Ryzen, pero ang dami nito sa NXP doon. They didn't have Farsa. I would have preferred ang Omega Esports na i-activate nila itong si Chakto with the Farsa in there. By the way, ganda ng decision doon ng H2 na inahin si Brody. At nakuha siya ng triple shift kill. Eventually, even though na 2 kills of really important heroes ng Omega Esports.
Oh! Look at the swing back. Wolf, naghanap ka ng bawi, and there you go. Kapitan Etomac serving it up right there, right after we get back from the live, from that replay. Playing live right now, may bawi doon. 2 for 1 though. Mahal pa rin. Binibigay pa rin nila si Chakno, pero, you know, you try to recover where you can. That's gonna be a free turret though, down bottom 4, next play EVOS.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Economically speaking, mukhang nakakalamang ang NXP EVOS with 2 turrets. They have taken at overall, meron sila 2.3k na lead. But then again, that's the combo you're looking for. Oh, not enough damage. I wonder, kasi may tenacity, actually hindi siya naka-tenacity, but wonder kung naka-Athena shield na itong si Cadenza, that's why he was able to, he managed to survive that. He dominance ice, and just
And the magic boots. Yeah, warrior boots. Tough boots. On the way ang kanyang Athena shield. So, again, next play EVOS, they're so ahead. Next play EVOS in control. Naghahanap sila dito. Death push not gonna look good for Omega Esports. Mag-retreat sila doon habang sisimulan na itong 8-minute Lord. Lord at about a third of its health. Umabound na dito si Moreshi, drawing a line between next play and Omega. No contest. Again, if you're ahead by 4,000 under 10 minutes, malinaw kung nasaan yung gold, malinaw kung nasaan yung lead. Looking at Moreshi here, not dying once, pero talagang off-lane play yung ginagawa dito ng blue na ito. And of course, you have Donut sitting at 4-1-0. A dominant 1-1 na naka-inspire. Talagang all-in siya sa plano nila na magkaroon ng mid-game spike at yung early game spike yun. So far, it's going to be Oreshi on his own, just like me for now. But up top, it's going to be a hard push. Hindi malabo na baka umabot ng inhibitor ito. They haven't popped that inhibitor shield feature, so baka ma-wipe pa itong wave na ito. And that's going to be a 5-man defense by Omega. I'm really not going to let it happen. But that's a push down bottom. 2 turrets taken single-handedly by Oreshi.
Grabe, super off-lane with si Oreshi, 0-0-0.
Oh.
Wow!
Wow! Work only! And just like that, ang tinatrabaho ni Donut ay mga hero. Easy takedown on the Chakno. Kamutigan pa. He outplayed doon. And just like that, they're gonna continue. There's a wave crashing down on top lane. They're gonna take down this inhibitor. Wait lang. Dragon form dito ni Regio. Torn apart memory. Not enough stacks placed down on them. And they're gonna try to knock him up. There you go. Full stun. May bawi kay H2O. The Saber is taken down. Better there strike. Koreshi still alive. Hindi na siya mapatakasin pa ni Ryzen. They get 2 kills for none. And nabuhay pa yung inhibitor sa taas. A clear win. Maybe signs of life for Omega Esports to come back.
Sobrang ganda nung nakuha ng Omega Esports. We can see the defense. However, Donut really flexing his muscles here. Yung command niya with a 1-1. Would have preferred na mas valuable by kills, especially after using yung battle spell at saka ultimate, but it is what it is. Nice defense coming out from Omega Esports and good punish. Hindi mo din talaga pwedeng i-deny na malupit at stressing. You see that zigzag movement na landslot yung kanyang pinakita doon on this lane. And he's able to get the valuable kills for his team. Road to recovery para sa, syempre, sa Omega Esports. Ano But sa next play, they don't really need to panic whatsoever. Meron pa rin silang good late game. May 1-1 pa rin sila. I love the fact na nag-rose gold meteor siya para meron siyang konting depensa versus Omega Esports. Now, they are slowly getting into form.
Sandwich play, they were looking for a counter-engage pero sila ang na-sandwich ng next play EVOS. 2 free kills, outplayed in the middle of 3. And eventually, Chak, nung hindi na kinayanan yung barrage ng next play EVOS. And that's going to be another threat of a push in mid. I don't think even Ryzen would dare fight Donut 1v1. 6-1-1.
And you see yung combo nung 1-1 pati nitong Saber, look like hindi yung tank yung shinred nila doon. Sobrang bilis. Like I said, the passive, which is armor penetration para sa Saber, all stacked up together. Ganda ng pag-isolate nila doon kay Chakto. Then eventually the burst out doon kay Brody didn't even stand a chance against NXP EVOS. At merong Lord. Second Lord na napakalinis na nakuha ng next play EVOS. Truly, taking advantage of their lead. Ang gusto natin dito sa NXP EVOS, they're holding on. For sure, yung top lane, pwede mo siyang i-attribute as a stumble, but so far, everything that NXP EVOS is doing right now makes total sense.
Yeah, and if anything, yung top lane, pwede mong sabihin nag-decide sila na team fight na lang para baka rectang ang finish eh. So, kita mong merong ambition, kita mong may plano. Yep, kita mo yung plano, but now I think slowly but surely ang gustong gawin ng next play EVOS ulit. Up ang lahat ng battle spells, up ang lahat ng ults, and it all comes down to this. Ang plano ng Omega Esports will take them here sa ating base. Pero sa harap ng isang Luminous Lord na may sabihin nating enhanced attack into the turret, something's gotta give that inhibitor up top going.
Red team base turret has
Grabe,
been
ganda ng
destroyed.
pagkakasabay-sabay ng lahat ng lanes ng NXP EVOS. Looks beautiful. They have taken yung top lane dahil may Trindord.
Sabay-sabayang pagbasag. Pero again, you can never discount the clear on a Farsa. Kahit nahirap si Kapitan Etomax 1, 2, and 3. Ang daling buildan ng depensa ng Omega. As in, isip ka lang na isang magic defense and then all physical. So, it's tough to be Omega right now.
So, ang maganda dito, I honestly thought na masyado magiging Feather Girl Strike pero naubos din pala yung mga minions so they still can engage. Nanakaw yung orange buff, napigil sa 1-1 which is buff right na na-update siya. Then again, the fights just dancing between both teams. So, I just wanna say, yung orange buff ngayon na nadagdagan ng penetration, valid na siyang i-consider na ibigay sa mga gold players in the latter portion of the game. Obviously, dahil ang NXP ay sobrang ahead na ngayon at kinokontrol nila yung mapa, binigyan nila ng orange buff etong ating 1-1. At masakit to in the latter portion.
Oh no! Dive underneath the inhibitor in mid. Rendio's gonna fall. Etomax gonna fall. Ryzen, hindi nakakayanin pa. That's gonna be a double kill for Donut. Ladies and gentlemen, this rivalry is close to coming to an end. Outplayed, may stack siya na natitira. Game 3 goes to next play EVOS. Omega Esports is eliminated from the National Team Selection Tournament.
There's something today, Leo, that tells me na araw yata ng mga rookies and outplayed, showcased yung kanyang prowess with a 1-1. Second pit 1-1, going for Inspire. At ang ganda ng game, it was almost perfect. Ang ganda ng kanyang selection coming out from Donut. We can see, yung battle nitong gold laners natin ito all throughout the series was really good. But in the end, nag-super 1-1 siya. Dun sa
Hindi mapayapa. Hindi mapayapa at si Donut ang namayagpag. Yun ang nangyari doon.
Oh, I can't believe we're showcasing yung kanilang prowess dito. Like Donut and outplayed. Ang daming beses sila nagduelo in this particular series, but in the end, this yun nga, tag natin super 1-1 na eh. Lumipad na dun sa under the turret and was managed to reset and get a kill, di ba? And we know na dahil meron na siya nung orange buff na may added na damage as well as penetration dahil dun sa mga updates natin from the previous patch, maybe that was 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. At kitang-kita natin yung bonus na damage in the latter portions of the game. Afterwards, na halos maliparan niya, if I'm not mistaken, Leo, 4 o 5 yung naultihan niya, and then na-close out lang din ng NXP EVOS with that beautifully executed game mula sa NXP.
Yep, we're gonna see in the smart plays here how this almost 15-minute game came to a conclusion. Dahil sa simula pa lang, ramdam mo ng hirap si Outplayed doon kay Donut. And one of the few times na na-punish nila si Donut, kinilangan nila ng 3. But the rest of this game, it was mostly about next play EVOS being in control, having a grip. Kita mo dito, ito yata yung tama, yung nagkamali si... inuna si Outplayed, tapos nagkamali pa si Ryzen.
Unfortunately, hindi ready doon si Etomax agad after the jump from Chakno. That's why they were really punished. Pero yung Omega Esports is still fought back. Nakita natin maraming beses na nakalaban pa rin sila dito laban sa NXP EVOS. But eventually, NXP EVOS will find the better teamfights to aid their cause. Nakakuha din sila ng mga lords, nakakuha sila ng mga important na portion. Apart from that mishap dun sa may top lane, everything was played perfectly well mula sa NXP EVOS. Even yung fact na binigay nila kay Donut yung orange buff, napakagandang decision nun in the closing minutes of the game. Kasi si Donut talaga parang kabisado niya itong 1-1. That's why they're so confident picking this 1-1 in the second phase.
Yep, and there's many reasons that the 1-1 should have had a hard time. Pero nahanapan ng next play ng paraan eh. Nahanapan nila ng window, yung aggression nila tama, yung pasok, and eventually ito 12 minutes in. Almost unstoppable, literally. Donut was unstoppable here. Isang beses lang siya namatay early game. That's ito na. Ito na yung simula ng the start of the end for Omega. Dahil after nitong Black Dragon form, after nitong Feathered Airstrike, nangyari na, I think ikaw nagsabi nito, Wolf, na ubuso sila ng firepower.
Exactly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5? Ay, no, 4 lang. And then kasi nag-immortality. But yeah, 4 times na transfer yung kanyang ultimate crossbow, and that's amazing. My God, super duper impressive na performance mula sa next play EVOS after losing the first game. Biglang nakuha nila yung back-to-back games and finding the formula to go up against their rival, and this classic matchup between Omega and next play ended in NXP's favor. And even better kasi closer and closer sila sa chance na ma-represent ang Pilipinas. Imagine in a world where the PH team is represented by NXP EVOS.
That's not so far from the truth. Sa dami ng fans ng Next Play EVOS, it's a majority of the Philippine population. But that aside, congratulations to Next Play EVOS, and congratulations and maraming salamat to Smart Omega. They may be the Kings of C, but not this year, not in 2022 will they be part of Sibol. But then again, they fought just with all their heart, and we'll see more of them in the coming season of the MPL. But for now, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break. Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood, making us part of your weekend. Again, you're watching the Sibol 2022 National Team Selection Tournament for Mobile Legends Bang Bang na inorganize ng Peso at powered by Smart. We are going to go on a quick break. After that, magla-live ulit ang Sibol. There will be another stream for our next matches. It's going to be 2 best-of-5s coming up next. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We are the Animals. My name is Leo. Ito naman si Wolf. Stay with us. We'll be right back.